Taylor Swift just got engaged to Travis Kelce, and as soon as I saw that post, the diamond ring, the floral backdrop, your gym teacher and your English teacher are getting married, I smiled. Maybe I screamed, but I actually knew this was coming. Not because I believe in fairy tales, okay, but because as a couples therapist, I heard and saw all the signs on their podcast. You know, I watched the full 2-hour podcast. So today I'm going to show you a bunch of moments from their episode of the New Heights podcast that made me go, yes, this is long-term love. Hi, I'm Allie, licensed marriage and family therapist and head of relationships at Paired. I help real couples build connection every day. And when Taylor joined Travis and Jason on New Heights, I wasn't just listening for gossip or for Easter eggs. I was listening for pacing between the couple, for comfort, boundary work, mutual admiration, the building blocks of secure love. And I'm so happy to say that I absolutely found it. So let's unpack what was actually happening beneath the headlines about the album release, because once you notice these moments between these two lovebirds, the engagement makes perfect sense. First, playful teasing as a connection ritual.
That's crazy. You can squat lift a car.
Okay.
He's just saying words.
That's just genetic.
He's just saying
baby.
words.
Playful teasing is one of the most underestimated intimacy tools in long-term relationships. In fact, according to the Gottman's research, humor, especially inside jokes and light teasing, is a type of bid for connection. These are small moments when one partner invites the other into emotional presence.
This dude didn't get a meet and greet. He's making it everyone's problem. That's what I thought at first, and then I was
You come to Arrowhead, I get to meet you. That's the perk of playing for the Chiefs.
You realize he didn't even reach out to our management.
All I remember is that she didn't want to meet me. That's it.
That's it. That's all he got about.
When that bid is accepted through a laugh or comeback comment, it's a micro sign of attunement. In successful couples, like this beautiful couple here, teasing becomes a kind of choreography, okay? It's rehearsed through shared history and then calibrated over time. And in Taylor and Travis's episode, we see this dynamic unfold again and again.
We were off doing different projects, and he and Shellback were doing different things, and I was making albums that were a little bit more esoteric, like folklore.
She's so hot when she says these big words.
You know what esoteric means.
I know, it's for specific following.
Exactly.
Wait, what?
So he knows what that means. He pretends he doesn't know what these words mean, but he knows what they mean.
Esoteric means for a specific following, like a specific genre of people.
He knows what it means.
Okay.
He does like a pretty, I don't know what it means.
This is such a beautiful blend of teasing, playfulness, and also respect. Like, we all know the tweet where Travis spelled squirrel wrong and it was hilarious, and we're thinking, how is Taylor, who's so prolific with her writing and her big words, into this guy? The fact that they just have this beautiful mix of playfulness and teasing and also building each other up is so beautiful.
I owe a lot to this podcast. This podcast got me a boyfriend ever since Travis decided to use it as his personal dating app about 2 years ago. So,
and this kind of rhythm doesn't happen by accident. It's the product of emotional safety. They are fluent in each other's timing, and neither one takes the bait too seriously. Teasing, when it's in this context, becomes much less about provocation and more about invitation. An invitation to laugh, to connect, to be known. 2, public acknowledgement and mutual admiration.
Just the way that he could make me laugh so immediately about normal things. Travis is he's just a vibe booster in everyone's life that he's in. He's like a human exclamation point.
Gosh.
The compliments are so specific. If you want your partner to feel truly loved and seen, you give them a deeply specific compliment. He's an exclamation point in people's lives. That's such a beautiful way to show him, I see you, I see the best parts of you. And those are the kinds of compliments that we should be giving our partners. John Gottman's research identifies admiration as one of the core pillars of what he calls the sound relationship house. Expressing fondness and doing that often acts as a protective buffer during conflict and stress. It reassures your partner that even when things are hard, you still see and value who they are. But admiration is not as effective when it's vague or generic, okay? It matters that the praise is specific, contextual, and emotionally attuned. The difference between "you're amazing" and "I love the way you always look out for your friends" is huge. Because that first one is nice, but the second one is bonding.
TS on it?
Yep.
What's in it?
This is my brand new album.
Did you see the confetti toss? He's so supportive of her creativity and her work. It's so beautiful.
We got TS12, baby.
This is my brand new album. It's called The Life of a Showgirl.
Love it.
It
Love
was
it.
something that I was working on while I was in Europe on the Eras tour.
So while you were on tour,
I was working. I would be
How
on tour.
on earth did she do this on the tour is still blowing my mind.
I just love it. I just love it a lot.
The level of respect and admiration. Obviously, for most of us normal humans, it's not going to be being on a world tour and recording an album. But when your partner works hard on a work presentation and still comes home and puts the kids to bed, can you show them that admiration? Can you say I'm so impressed by you. I'm so impressed by the way you handle this. Let's show our partners that level of support and admiration when they do something truly incredible, which is every single day. All of us are doing hard things. So let's be more appreciative and excited for our partners and their accomplishments. Verbal support in vulnerability.
One of my favorite things this summer was Taylor reclaiming her masters. Her recording of her first 6 albums finally became hers.
Yep.
And you haven't really talked about it. You made that beautiful post on all your social channels, thanking everyone that made it happen and everything. But why don't you tell the 92%ers how it really felt?
I just want to highlight for a second her facial expression as he was sharing this. The way that she was looking at him was so tender and almost timid. But here's why. This is such a personal, vulnerable topic for her. The reclaiming of her masters, it was her goal for so many years. And you can see in her face that she's just so grateful at how he's handling this topic with so much care and love. And I think we should do that for our partners. When they have something that's so important to them, we should make sure that the way we talk about it is so caring, just creating a safe space for them. And you can really see that she knows he's doing that by the way that she's looking at him in this section. Verbal support isn't about big speeches. It's really about small cues, subtle nods, knowing when to speak and when to just let your partner breathe. The Gottman Institute's research into turning towards moments shows that how we respond to our partner's bids for connection, especially in vulnerability, directly shapes relationship longevity. And crucially, not all support needs to be advice. In fact, often it shouldn't be.
I always kind of refer to it as I got my music back this summer, but I never owned my music at all. So traditionally, a lot of record deals are set up in a way that it's a huge decision for them to make to sell that to anyone, including me. I decided that rather than this be like a business conversation, I'm in the business of human emotion. I would so much rather lead heart first in something like this.
What I really appreciate about their relationship in this moment is that Travis has been so intent on giving her the space to talk about this openly without interrupting. I know for partners who have been together for a while, it's really easy when one of you is explaining something or telling a story to just interrupt, kind of take over. Again, this is in theory his podcast, but no, he really gives her that respectful space, the eye contact to make sure that she feels comfortable sharing the most important parts of this with the world.
One of the only people I told before this happened was I called Phoebe Bridgers and I was just like, and she's like, did you just say what I think you said? I was like, and so this has just been I'm so grateful for it. It's just unbelievable. And I was so happy you were there when that happened.
I mean, I was...
Because I could not stand.
Yeah, I mean, I started crying too. I'm a
You
crier.
were weeping.
I'm just so happy for you because I've
Kelsey
seen...
way.
A partner that can be so in touch with their emotions to be able to cry for each other. This is what we look for in a relationship. Partners who can be moved by each other, who can be moved by each other's sadnesses and the things that go wrong, and then also be moved by the most beautiful accomplishments and achievements. That really shows that you are there for that person and that you care about them deeply. And especially for, a big macho football man to, with no shame, say, yeah, I was weeping, right? That's such a sign of confidence.
The media attention on your guys' relationship on the amount of people that talk about it constantly, the theories that are out there, of which I am probably way too invested in. How do you guys handle all of the noise and chatter about everything that's going on in both of your lives?
I've been in the music industry for 20 years. It's pretty hard to hurt my feelings at this point.
She's a pro, and it took me a little while to be a pro about it, I think. I think initially, and there's still some like wacko theories from the beginning that I was very like, oh no, like how is she handling this? I don't like the last thing I wanted to do is screw this up. Yeah. So I'm like, in my mind is like her being so calm, cool, collected, and so just real and understanding about everything that's going on. Really made me grow up real fast in that aspect of things.
But also I think the fact that you genuinely find a lot of online discourse to be truly hilarious.
I think what's important to note here is the way that they've handled stress as a team. Because think about this couple. The amount of pressure to have every news outlet in the country covering your relationship, to have people stalking you, to have paparazzi around you all the time. That is insane pressure. And it would be really easy to crumble underneath that. But what they did was they turned towards each other. He said, she really helped me be a pro about it. Instead of shaming him, why can't you handle this? I'm sure she just taught him how she handles it, how she's handled it for 20 years, and they navigated it together. One term that we use in couples therapy is thirds. A third is something outside your relationship that is impacting the two of you. And this media attention is a third. And the way that they chose to handle it was to really view it as a common enemy and pay as little attention to it as possible and focus on strengthening their bond and their unit instead of getting so caught up in all the stress and all the media attention. These moments really reveal emotional containment, the ability to witness another person's experience without needing to reshape it. And in healthy relationships, that's often more important than shared opinions. Aligned language and shared identity. In long-term relationships, partners begin to speak in shared metaphors, let's say. They build couple-specific scripts and inside jokes. But even more meaningful is when their language starts to reflect a joint identity. So the Gottmans refer to this as the evolution of shared meaning. Okay? When couples align not just on logistics, but on values and worldview. And in this episode, Taylor and Travis start doing that exact thing.
Yeah, no.
I'm not getting hit
my first time
by huge 300-pounders, but the heels.
When I saw the recovery station in the hotel room after with the toe spacers.
I got an acupuncture in that.
I'm telling you, dude, the similarities were crazy. I'm like, oh my gosh. She does more than I do.
We're like comparing physical therapy stories, like recovery stuff. But
have you ever tried taping your ankles?
One could look at this couple and say they have nothing in common. They're from completely different worlds, pop star, football star. But what they choose to do as a couple is to find the similarities. They talk about their physical therapy together. They talk about their training together. And they're able to see that they have so much more in common than they do differences. And this is really what it's about when you have a long-term relationship. You could choose to just go two different paths and do your own thing. But when you choose to see each other and find the common ground, that's the basis of a healthy relationship. She's not just comparing their schedules, she's mapping her life onto his and vice versa. And that kind of mutual recognition is a marker of a deep partnership. It says, we live different lives, but we're building one story.
All I remember is that she didn't want to meet me. That's it.
That's all he got about.
And as much as you, and I've told you this, as much as you want to, give New Heights credit, I give the Eras Tour credit.
Yeah?
I give the Eras Tour credit because if I would have never gone to that show and been mesmerized and just been captivated, and then left with such a desire to want to meet you, I'd never just been so engulfed in the curiosity of who you were.
Oh, that's
and
really
look at this.
wonderful.
That phrase, I feel like we should all have on our mirrors, engulfed in the curiosity of who you were or who you are. I see so often in couples therapy that partners just stop being curious. They really stop caring about who their partner is. And this is such a beautiful moment when he's saying, I was so engulfed and curious about you. And that is something that I hope they take throughout their marriage, because curiosity is the antidote to defensiveness. It's the antidote to distance, to disconnection. If you can stay curious about your partner, you will have a beautiful relationship, continuing to learn about each other and create newness and novelty in what you share together.
I am forever thankful for you diving into the football world wholeheartedly.
Oh my God, I fell in love with it. I became obsessed with it. I became like a person who was running through the halls of my house screaming, we drafted Xavier Worthy. And my friends are like,
you should be this into your partner's passions. You don't have to make it your whole personality, but if your partner is so passionate about something like Travis is about football, you see what Taylor does? She learns about it. She gets curious about it. She starts getting excited about it. Before he even knew that someone was drafted, she's running around the halls of their house yelling for joy. And so this kind of support of your partner's interests really, really shows that the relationship is going somewhere. And on the other side of that, Travis was at her tour. He was at concert after concert after concert. He even, performed in one of the Eras Tour shows. So this shows that it's not just one-sided support, it's mutual support of each other's interests. Casual physical language equals comfort.
I'm just circling back to New Heights to say thank you for this.
Yes.
Look at this.
I'm the luckiest man in the world.
He's the luckiest man in the world. First of all, she's so specific with her compliment. She's like framing Travis's face here, wants everyone to know that this is the man she loves. And then his immediate reaction, I'm the luckiest man in the world. It takes confidence for a man to say that. And this just shows how much they mean to each other. Physical affection isn't always sexual or even romantic. It can really be regulatory. When one partner reaches out at the right time, it signals awareness, presence, nervous system sync. Studies on nonverbal immediacy show that how partners touch, how they mirror, how they lean towards each other predicts feelings of safety and satisfaction. Taylor and Travis demonstrate this in subtle but telling ways.
Basically, I'm experiencing this whole heightened scenario that I had no idea 5 minutes before I was going to be experiencing. And it's one of my most cherished memories because I was so proud of you. And
I was so proud that you came down there to enjoy that moment.
It was so magical.
Research actually shows that couples who reflect back on happy memories, nostalgic memories, cherished memories, feel happier in the present. And so I love that she remembers this so specifically. When you and your partner are thinking back on one of your favorite vacations or one of your favorite memories together, try and be as specific as possible. Share what you felt when they looked at you, share what you were wearing, what you remember the weather was like, what thoughts you had about them at the time. Really get specific and enjoy the feeling of reveling in that nostalgia. So when Taylor posted that ring photo, I wasn't surprised. These weren't just romantic gestures. They were repeated, emotionally intelligent micro moments. The kind that build a secure foundation. The kind that say, we've got this. If this breakdown gave you some insight or just warmed your Swiftie soul, make sure to stick around for more therapist-backed takes on love in the real world, and sometimes the pop culture one too. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. We share content like this all the time. And if you're ready to bring more connection into your own relationship, check out the Paired app. It helps you and your partner check in, spark new conversations, and stay strong even when life is busy. I have dropped the link in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.